go on the website. There is my website. You will find a window where you can click and you will have information about that. But why I'm talking about this is really because this is the point, is to just, as Professor Jackson was saying, to try to get it right. Where do we need the Muslims to work today? To question the goals. You know, when, for example, think about that. When, for example, Professor Nasr is saying we need to connect economics and environment. It's very important, this, because we are not dealing with money by forgetting the nature and the environment where we are living. We need to get that right. We need to understand it's not about getting more money, it's about having a stable life between nature and our wealth. This is what we have to do. And what was said, I kept on repeating this I've been repeating this for 20 years, and Dr. Omar, even before, is repeating this. There is no way for us if we don't respect the environment. We have to work about the goals. So now in your daily life, please start in a very simple way. We know that we are people who are eating lots of meat, and we are the community which is now driving the market in many ways. We might have to think about that, to eat less meat and to respect more animals. But it means that you have to take this into account in your daily life. So about the environment, to question the goals. About gender, as I was saying, to question the goals, men and women in our community. About education, what are you giving to your kids? Which kind of education? So this is something as parents and as students you have to question, you have to come back to this and to try to be very practical on this. Is everything that you are teaching, everything that you are trying to get as knowledge, is to ask yourself, is it useful for me to help the community and to help the human beings to be better? Education, gender, environment, arts. You know, when we are talking about creativity, there are lots of people here in this room. You can write, you can sing, you can do beautiful things. You can come back to a kind of arts with meaning and ethics. Do that. Do that and contribute in this society. This is the way we can dream the future, but this is the way where we change the present. So there are many fields, and once again, we are not asked and requested to be scholars, but to be Muslims and to bear the message of Islam by any means, as Ambassador Shabazz was saying, by any means possible, quoting her father. So the point is that you are, once again, we talked about Malcolm X, Malik Shabazz. And you know what is important in all this? That he kept on repeating the meaning of Tawheed by serving the people. But there is something which is needed. It's courage and perseverance. You have to be courageous. You have to be ready. أحسب الناس أن يتركوا أن يقولوا آمنا وهم لا يفتنون. Do you think that it's enough to say we believe you're not going to be tested? We are going to be tested, and this is our daily life. So I would say that if you understand the very meaning, revealing the meaning, you have to be courageous. So I would suggest to all our sisters, don't accept to be alienated in any way. Liberating yourself means you have to start working not against men, but in the name of Islam, against any kind of discrimination and alienation. To all our brothers, the black and the African American that are here, don't wait for the Arabs and the Pakistani to open the door. Stand up and do what you have to do. For all of us here, don't wait for the Canadian society to welcome you because they are tolerating your presence. You have to be respected, stand up and show the way. Do what you have to do in all the fields, in solidarity, in arts, in writing, in media. Everywhere we need to see you not having Islam and nothing else, but to show everything without having Islam. And let the people ask, who and how are they driven to do that, what they are doing? This is a very important thing. Once I was saying to brothers, I say, talk about God without talking about Him. I said, what do you mean? and say you have to do what you have to do, and let the people ask themselves, why is he or is she acting like that? Let the people do the job. Let them understand. And don't be shy. At the same time, you speak about Allah, you speak about God, you speak about your principles, and let them come. Let them understand and listen to what they have to say. Listen to their fears as well. So this is our presence here. And one last point, really. We are talking about what is happening, and I will talk about this tomorrow, inshallah, about what is happening in the Arab world. This is also something which is important, and I keep on repeating this. Please, Western Muslims, don't forget your responsibility when it comes to justice towards the world. Be the critical Canadian voice in this society by reminding the people that you are not going to forget what is happening, the consequences of the economic order, the consequences of supporting dictators, the consequences of forgetting Palestine, the consequences of leaving Iraq the way it is, the consequences of supporting some dictators and then to tell us that we love the Libyan people because we didn't want them to be oppressed, while for 40 years we are even helping the government to torture its opponents. You have to be the voice for the voiceless. Be the voice for the voiceless, so it means to be courageous. So it means to have this local commitment and this global understanding. And in any situation, please, in any way, when the people are attacking you, they are rejecting you, never forget to be positive. لا إله إلا الله means positive. وإذا خاطبهم الجاهلون قالوا سلاما. Peace be upon you. And we mean it. Peace be upon you. We know it's going to be difficult. No one told us it's going to be easy. It's going to be difficult. It's difficult, but we should remain dignified and positive. Men and women together. Muslims with people of other faiths. Do the job, question the meanings, question the goals of things, and do what you have to do. And please remember this. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Just is the last thing that you are listening to tonight. You go back to your room, you go back home, and just think about this. What does it mean to take care of myself? To give time to my heart, to give time to my mind, to give time to my body, to give time to my relationship to Allah. And when I know how to talk to Him, for sure, inshallah, I will know how to talk to the world. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.